Excuse me. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. And happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, everybody. Good to see you all. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope y'all are doing fantastic today. Excuse me. Good morning. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Zingy, Squid James, Squeesh, Icy Boy, Metal Spider. Welcome in. Good to see you all. Hello, hello. Epiaria, a little bit. A little bit. Mornings aren't my strong suit. Yet I stream in the morning. So, what you gonna do? Right? Just a bit, EP. Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. I didn't even go to bed super late last night. I went to bed around 11 last night. I went to bed around 11 after finishing... I don't know what episode I was on in Conan. But I finished an episode, looked at the time. It was about like 11 o'clock. I was like, you know what? Let's go bed, let's go to bed a little early today. So I did that. Not really. And even then, it was like, still, I wake up in the morning and it's like, ugh, no. Leave me in bed to sleep forever. If you understand what I mean. But either way. I set an alarm to wake me up 2 hours ago so I wouldn't miss the stream. Very eepy. Ah, I see. Gotta get to sleep though. If you need the extra sleep, don't worry about being late. Do not worry about that. Don't sacrifice your own sleep. Doesn't matter when I go to bed, I always wake up early and I hate it. Oh, that stinks. I don't know how people can do that, but that sounds like it really stinks. Goodness. I can't imagine. Cannot imagine. Big stretch. Ooh. Natural morning person effects due to school schedule. I get it. When I was in high school, I had to get up early in the morning too, but it was still like, no, I don't want to do this. Leave me alone. You know? I wasn't like naturally, oh, right up and at 'em, bright and early. You know? I was one of those people that was like, no. I want to stay in bed. I still am one of those people, to be perfectly honest. Hello, Dark! Welcome in, good to see you. I mean, sure, I'm on summer vacation now, but I'm so used to waking up early in the morning that I'm unable to sleep in unless I pull a full all-nighter. Yikes! That's nuts. I cannot imagine that at all. Cannot imagine that. I'm hoping that today the demon problem will be all fixed. Rima and I were working on it yesterday, trying to figure out what the heck was causing so many issues. It may still be demon mode, but hopefully we fixed it. Hopefully we fixed it. We'll just... We're praying here. We're praying that we fixed it. Did a lot of testing yesterday to try to figure out what in the heck was going on. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Either way, it's gonna be a fun stream today. I know for sure that we're gonna get a lot of lore done. We're gonna get a lot of progress done today. Also, I did a little something to save us some time. I solved all of the puzzles that were in the Nanogram's house a little earlier. So hopefully, because I know that there's a puzzle block coming up. I want to make sure we have enough puzzles so that we don't get stuck behind another puzzle block. So hopefully I solved enough. Hopefully. Yes, it's more Professor Layton lore today. Oh boy. At least when I enter the next school year, I can sleep in since my day won't start until 12:30 on the first day. Wow. That's awesome, Squeesh. That's awesome. Holy moly. My day started at 12:30? Oh. I would love that. Well, you know, you still gotta get up a couple hours beforehand to get ready, you know. But still, not having to get up until like 9 or 10. Ah, that sounds like a dream. That sounds like a dream come true. Typically, school starts for me at 8:30, so I get up at 7. Add! Add! Oh, goodness. Oh, Maddie!
To Smash Bro is
Aww, thank
5 more
you!
months. Wait, what? This is said in the stream. Oh, okay. Hey Aria, I made it to 2 months of my subscription anniversary according to what it says. Still new to this subscription BTW. But now on to 3 months. Silence. Wait. How do you? Huh? Is it the send button or?
Thank you so much for the 5 months on a 2-month streak. Thank you so much, Maddie. I appreciate that. Welcome once again to the Officer Shadeslayer group, even though you've never officially left. Thank you so much. Professor Layton and the Miracle ad! Rima, welcome in. Good to see you. Hello. Hello, the Demon of Luck is here. No thoughts, only ad. I see, I see. Alrighty though. Without further ado though, we should get started. We've got to make some progress today. We got a lot of progress to make today. Alright. Here we go, people. Hopefully we should have fixed the sound, I think. Hopefully. I was mentioning that earlier. I was like, hopefully we fixed the sound. I hope we fixed the sound. That would be really, really great if we did, you know? I nearly fell asleep again after the ping went off. Oh gosh. I see. Hold on, I gotta check something though. I need to turn the volume up a little bit because we had the audio turned down a little bit. Turn that up just a little bit. And then we'll see how loud it is. All is ad. Join the, oh goodness, no. No, we are not worshipping the ads. Nuh-uh. Oh, right now the chat refreshes every time you change scenes. Yeah? Might want to deactivate it for the chat only. Oh, hold on, yeah. Hold on. There is chat. Ah. Oh, and it did it again anyway. Oh, I turned it off though. Anyway, there we go. No game sound, by the way? Well, that's because there's no sound playing at the moment. It's because I'm in the menu. There, how's that? Now there's sound playing. There's no sound playing when there's a... When, blah, 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 blah. How's the audio, by the way? Might be a bit quiet, but it's good. Yay, okay. Do that a little bit. Love this music. Alright. Layton and his team go to speak with local businessman Alphonse Dalston, the owner of several hotels and casinos in town. Dalston tells Layton that the mayor has put together a task force down at City Hall to investigate the masked gentleman. Alright, let's get into this. Find the mayor at City Hall. Hello, sir, is that you? Mayor Rich Bilson. How you doing? A pleasure to see you again. Oh, actually, I don't believe we've met. My name is Wow, it's early. My name is Professor Herschel Layton. I'm a friend of Angela Ledor's. I'm Emiel Talva. I'm Luke Triton, the professor's apprentice. My colleagues and I are investigating the masked gentleman. English ain't easy, mate. Oh, definitely not. We'd like your permission to discuss the case with your task force. Well, we could use some help, but we have a lot of sensitive information going around. How many puzzles have you solved thus far? Oh! I was right! There is a puzzle block here! I was right! I knew there was a puzzle block around here somewhere. Well, good thing I did some work and ahead of time, huh? Good thing, literally, booted up the game this morning. I was like, oh wait, there's a puzzle block coming up. I should fix that. English is not Englishing. That is true. I see you're eminently qualified. Welcome to the task force. To be perfectly frank, our investigation has been rather bumpy. The detectives from London and our local chief of police aren't getting along at all. That is unfortunate. I requested assistance from London, you know. I forgot the detectives' names, but they seem very capable. The task force strategy meeting is about to begin. I hope some progress will be made. Please join the meeting if you'd like. It sounds like the fighting has already begun. I would be grateful for anything you could do to defuse the situation. Detectives from London? I wonder... Uh-oh. I wonder if we know these detectives. Just head to the briefing room back there. Thank you for your help, Mayor Bilson. Alright, to the briefing room. Let's figure out who these detectives are. Oh, hi, Inspector. Hello.
Don't you sneak up on me like that! You're in here.
Hi, Grosky.
Hello, child. I'm Luke Triton, apprentice to Professor Layton.
Grosky, you literally should remember Luke. He was literally helping us solve the mystery in, Miss Tollery. Poor Luke. Goodness gracious. And yes, a very delayed reaction from, Grosky there.
Ah, of course. Inspector Grosky. We should have known it was you.
Emmy's like, what? Yep, why am I not surprised?
How did you get in here with all the competent police officers?
Oof! Oof! The roast! Emmy! Yeah! Wow! Burn kit! Someone get the burn kit and some ice! Get a burn kit and some ice! Ooh! Oof! Dang! That was savage, Emmy. Savage.
Emmy, how rude. If you're not careful, you might end up hurting my feelings.
What is that response?
Call an ambulance. Call an ambulance. But not for Emmy.
Oh no, it's still demon mode? Dang it. It's still demon. Gosh dang it. But still, that was funny. Dang it. But that is still funny. Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for Emmy! Oh gosh! I don't know who possessed Ash. It happens whenever we play, when we've been playing this game, so I don't know what's going on there. I don't know! Yes, we are starting off with savage humor today.
Guess I'll have to turn to my arrest record at Scotland Yard to cheer me up.
Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha.
And how many of those arrests came with the professor's help? About half?
Jeez! Emmy's the queen of savage today. We love that.
Yeah, I suppose that sounds about right. Good to see you too, Emmy.
Ease.
Professor Layton, I presume.
Hi! Hello? New character incoming.
Detective Inspector Leonard Bloom, senior detective at Scotland Yard.
A senior detective, huh? Interesting. Emmy's sassing so savagely today. Indeed. Hello! New character incoming.
That's quite the title. Herschel Layton, how do you do?
Indeed. Yeah, it's still glitching. Gosh dang it. I thought we'd fixed it. Man. A wild bloom appears. Oh gosh.
Wow, this must be a really big deal to dispatch two of Scotland Yard's finest.
Yeah, I'd say so, Luke.
I guess so.
Emmy's like, yeah, sure.
I wonder how the local police feel about bringing in external help.
How did all these people get in my briefing room? Who are these civilians? Where's my tea?
Hello, Liam O'Brien! Hi, Liam O'Brien! Hi! Welcome back to another Professor Layton game there, Liam O'Brien.
Chief Sheffield, may I introduce Professor Herschel Layton?
Wait. Bloom's VA is very familiar as well.
Scotland Yard has solved many difficult cases with his assistance.
It is Ray Chase! I was like, wait a minute, I know his voice! Wait a minute, it is Ray Chase! Excuse me? Hold on, I'm looking this up just to be sure. Hold on. Taking a quick Google break here. Let's see. Who voices him? Ba 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 ba. Ba-da-da-da. The guy is a blockhead, literally. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Ba 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 ba. Let's see. Oh! Weird! Weird, it doesn't show the English VA, but I am like 90% sure that it's Ray Chase. It sounds like Ray Chase. Hey, look guys, it's Anger from Inside Out!
I assure you, any help he can offer will be invaluable to us.
It sounds like Ray Chase. It seriously does.
Alright then. Just make sure he doesn't get in the way.
Ray Chase and Liam O'Brien in the same cast. Wow. Okay.
Now, if we're done with the pleasantries, I'd like to get on with solving this case.
Yeah, if it's not Ray, I'll definitely be flabbergasted too. It sounds like Ray. Either way, from the sounds of things, it doesn't sound like everyone's getting along very well. Which is really disappointing. Let's get this meeting started before I turn gray. Too late. Start the briefing? Okay. Nobody better have to go to the loo. Alright, here we go.
Let's not drag this out any longer than we need to. Grab a seat and sit in it. Bloom, the floor's all yours.
Please, if you would give me your attention, then perhaps I could help you apprehend the masked gentleman. Since you have proven yourselves to be astoundingly ineffective thus far,
Ooh.
we've brought in some extra brain power to expose the truth behind these dark miracles. This masked buffoon has made 4 appearances. We will now dissect each one carefully.
Alright, here we go. Taking apart the cases piece by piece here, it seems. We must demystify the masked gentleman's actions in order to fully analyze this case. We have a special guest here. His skills of deduction are unparalleled. Professor Layton, do you have anything to add? Yes, we have been investigating the masked gentleman on our own. Where shall I begin? Let's begin with the most bizarre. Do you have any information on the horse incident? I've been able to gather very little on that incident specifically. However, I understand that there were witnesses. Indeed. Perhaps we should fill you in on what we know. Please do. Kane is... what? Kane, is that you, Mr. Dragoon? You sound way angrier than usual. I kid. Oh, right. Got it. Icy boy, I don't know about that one. I think they're both equally paralleled. Have you seen the statements we took from the witnesses at the scene? No, but I'd like to if you don't mind. I'll summarize the confirmed witness statements as they relate to the evidence recovered at the scene. The event occurred at night. Carnival's parade was in full swing. As the parade approached a bend in the road near the merchant district, the masked gentleman appeared. I assumed there was a large crowd. Yes, as was expected, no doubt. A flash of light appeared in the sky, and the masked gentleman was seen on the verge of a building. Oh! According to reports, the light then grew in intensity to the point of temporarily blinding the onlookers. When the light subsided, it appeared that some of the onlookers had been transformed into horses. Ah! Only a few personal effects were left behind. The body of the tourists could not be found. Inspector Bloom, do you have a theory as to what happened that night? I do. Please allow me to confirm a couple of items before we continue. The parade here always happens at the same time, correct? Yes, it starts at 8 p.m. Were you able to confirm the identities of the tourists who were transformed? No. Oddly enough, the tourists' belongings contained no formal identification. Thank you, Detective Bloom. Looking at the information at hand, I believe the truth is clear. The masked gentleman obviously tricked witnesses into believing people had been turned into horses. There was one essential element to this manipulation of the crowd. What key element was necessary for the masked gentleman's trick to work? The colors, the weather, or the time? The colors wouldn't change much. So, kind of transforming magic, perhaps, or something? I don't know about that one. The Masked Gentleman is the most British villain name ever. Well, considering that it is supposed to be based around the UK, it's not too surprising. I'm going weather? I mean, weather would make sense. But also, I'm a little concerned on that one. I think it's the time. I'm gonna go time. Because they would have to pick, because it's at the specific time the parade starts that every single event has occurred. I'm gonna say the time. Oh!
It was already dark by the time the parade began. It would be much easier to pull off a trick of the ice at night.
Oh! Yes, that also makes sense.
I agree, Layton. It's much more likely that an audience will miss something under the night sky. Several witnesses reported that they saw the tourists actually transform. I, however, am not a believer in the dark equine arts.
Why couldn't the witness have seen their tourists actually transform? Their eyes were closed. Their eyes were closed because of the light that flashed.
By the time the horses appeared, the onlookers would have closed their eyes. Exactly. Against a night sky, the human eye would be quite sensitive to the blinding light that was reported.
Thank you for the stretch.
Demonic stretch, but stretch.
Alright. Big brain. We're trying. I've tried to search for some of the sites of the VA in question. Couldn't find anything on who voiced Detective Bloom. Huh. That's so weird. Hey, Marsh! Welcome in. That's so weird that no one can find, that it's not reported. Huh. Weird.
The masked gentleman temporarily blinded those present to cover his actions. Horses were then immediately brought in as the so-called tourists left. But if that's true, there's still one thing left to explain.
Where could the horses have been hidden? Thank you for the hydrate. Where could the horses have been hidden? In the nearby alleyways. Aha!
The nearby alleyways. One could hide them down various alleys and bring them out into the plaza. Well done, Layton. I see your reputation is well earned. So, if I may summarize, first, it seems that the location of this act was key. The plaza is surrounded by several dark alleys. Due to a bend in the road, the area isn't fully visible until you enter it. Just before the event, everyone was absorbed in the parade. No one was paying attention to the alleyways. A bright light suddenly appeared, blinding the crowd, and at that moment, the horses were drawn from the alleys. Then people disguised as tourists left behind some prop belongings and hid somewhere, possibly back in the alleys. Once the witnesses had regained their sight, they saw horses everywhere. Exactly, but there's no evidence supporting the notion that the masked gentleman had accomplices planted in the crowd. That's true, but isn't it suspicious that the personal belongings found at the scene contain no forms of identification? Also, had they been tourists, their families would have undoubtedly filed missing person reports. Agreed. That was my conclusion as well.
Nice! Looks like I'll be going to another con in July. 2 guests announced they were Alejandro Salve and Damon Mills. Oh, that will be fun. Have fun. Good morning, Bray Jared. Welcome in. A cleverly planned out illusion. Indeed.
What? So the masked gentleman's dark miracle was just some stupid parlor trick? Yes, Chief Sheffield. I'm sorry to inform you and your simpletons that it was not actually magic. Simply a well-executed illusion.
Okay, Bloom. No need to call them simpletons. That's kind of mean.
I don't like that tone, Bloom. Take a break, folks. Bloom and I are gonna have a few words. Layton, find me when I'm done.
Lady Arya, may I leave this mortal body and escape this mortal realm? I must ascend to the highest powers in the universe.
No. Ash, we need you here. We need you here, buddy. We need you here. Also, wait. It sounded normal. Huh? How did that happen? Okay, well, alright then.
Fly away, little birdie. Far away.
Well, thank you for the eyes in line. Make inquiries at the briefing. But apparently things are back to normal now. Interesting.
Classic. Very Layton-esque. I can't wait to hear you explain the next one.
Again with the word Layton-esque.
It's reassuring to have you here. I felt like I'm the only rational one in this town. Sheffield is as calm as he's going to get. Please let him know when you are ready to continue.
Alright, I guess we continue then. Did I miss something? We discovered that the incident where the masked gentleman turned people into horses was just a cleverly planned out illusion. So now we're literally just going through all of the previous case incidents and figuring out what in the world is really going on behind the scenes here. No, Layton-esque was a term that was introduced in Last Spectre by Emmy, actually. Oh, excuse me.
I want to get started on the next one. I'm interested to see what you think about the incident at the museum. What do you know so far? We have reports of people jumping out of some paintings at the museum and defacing property around town. Ridiculous.
Alright, here goes.
These individuals vandalized the area. More than that, witnesses said these oddly dressed folks destroyed property, broke windows, nearly started a riot. Then they disappeared just as quickly as they appeared. Did anyone actually see these people come out of the paintings? No, the museum was closed by then. But why do people think these individuals came out of the painting? Well, apparently they were dressed just like the people in some of the paintings that were displayed in the museum. Down to the finest detail. And when we checked the museum, we saw that the paintings were empty. What do you mean, empty? I don't know how else to say it. All the people in the paintings were gone. Only the backgrounds were left.
Ah.
Interesting. The key here must lie within the paintings themselves. That's what I thought. But we've got our best men at these paintings and I haven't found a thing. Allow me to ask a few questions.
This is a simple trick. How do you know, Dark? How do you know that it's a simple trick, huh? Do you know that it's a simple trick? Were these paintings from a common source?
Were the paintings from a common source? Yes, according to the museum's curator, they were all donated earlier that day. The majority of them were famous portraits that came from an anonymous donor. It can't be a coincidence. Whoever donated these paintings must be considered an accomplice to this. We looked into it, but nobody has any information on the donor. We interrogated the entire museum staff, and they all checked out clean and ignorant. A lot of time spent and nothing learned. We must understand how the illusion was created in order to find the truth.
Were these paintings? Oddly shaped, strangely packaged, or unusually framed? How about strangely packaged?
Were the paintings oddly packaged? The curator did say they were all vacuum sealed. He said that the type of care was usually reserved for very rare items.
Ah!
I believe the airtight packaging is the key. The portraits were sealed when they arrived, and the frames came in thick metal cases. The museum staff was surprised that replicas required such secure packaging. We didn't think much of it. If my theory is correct, the donation must have included specific display instructions.
Did the instructions specify where to display them? Or no, not where. When? Oh, yes, I remember this. When to display them. Ha!
Were there instructions about what time the paintings needed to be placed on display? Why, yes, actually there were. Your deductive skills are impressive, Layton. The crates arrived in the morning with instructions they'd be displayed exactly at noon. How did you know that? Well, therein lies the trick.
And here we go. Here's the trick to this mystery. The illusion was created by... I believe that it was vanishing paint. That's what I thought.
The portraits were treated with a special paint that evaporates when exposed to air. Does such a thing even exist? Have you ever noticed how sunlight can cause the colors in a painting to fade? In a similar way, it's possible to create a chemically reactive paint that will turn transparent when exposed to air. Of course! You can make anything in that painting look like it just disappeared! The chemical process would have to run its course, so the timing must be precise. The seals were removed so that the paint turning transparent would coincide with the appearance of the vandals. The masked gentleman had these vandals dress up just like the people in the portraits. Genius. Or insanity.
There we go! Big brain, indeed.
But Layton, we have no evidence to back this theory of yours. Well, I doubt such paint would disappear completely without a trace. If you examine the paintings for chemical residue, I'm sure you will find outlines from where the paint turned transparent. Fascinating. Well, we'll see what we can find. Good work, Layton. Another one down. Let's take a break. I would like a minute to think about this. I'll give the breaks around here, Bloom. All right, take 5, everyone. Layton, let me know when you're ready to continue.
Genius, insanity, why not both? True! Why not both? Big brain moment, indeed. Alright, let's continue then with the next one.
Alright, let's get to it, guys. Inspector Grosky, the floor is yours. Right, Layton, let's take a look at another one of these dark miracles. The next one's a real doozy. Well, if it's anything like the first two, it's not a miracle at all. Yes, but none of the other ones involve people being engulfed in flames. That is true.
Engulfed in flames? I forgot about this one.
This all began last Sunday morning. "13 citizens received a threatening letter from our masked you-know-who. It reads as follows. If you value your life, come to the Gallery Plaza this afternoon at 1 o'clock. He also took out an ad in the paper. Dark miracles seeking in Gallery Plaza. No more games. Meet me at 1 p.m. Quite a bold move, making an announcement like that. Yes, the plaza was packed with tourists and local citizens alike. We have a transcript of his little performance here. Welcome, good people of Montedor. I am the Masked Gentleman. 13 of you have received a special invitation to be here. The Masked Gentleman didn't show himself. Only his voice was heard in the front of a tent that was set up there. Just before 1 p.m., part of the tent was dropped to reveal the 13 invitees. How far away was this stage from the audience? We don't have that exact information. Not far, but not close either. So then when the clock struck 1, boom! All 13 people burst into flames. Apparently the flames burned brightly, peaked, and were immediately gone. The flames were gone. Yes, gone. No more. Burnt themselves out to ashes and blew away probably. That's not a miracle. That's a public execution. But it wasn't. All 13 people were found later at home completely unharmed. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't either. That's kind of crazy.
No one does. All 13 were just as confused as we were. They remember going to the plaza, but nothing after that. Did you check under the stage? Maybe the 13 people hid under it during the fire. The stage was completely destroyed by the fire. Nothing was left but ashes. I'm going crazy racking my brain here. It's like trying to bench press a car. I'm so close, but I can't quite get it. Are the investigating officers present? Yes, sir. I took the witness statements and interrogated all 13 individuals. Sir, I have a few questions for you.
All 13 people were handpicked by the Masked Gentleman. Were they friends with each other?
Were they friends by any chance? Not exactly, but now that you mention it, yes. I thought maybe they worked out together or something. They all went to the same gym. Well, this is news to me. None of them looked like they could even find a gym. I didn't even think it was that significant. I mean, that was their only connection. A coincidence of fitness, Layton. I don't believe in coincidences.
Did any of the witnesses see the people get on the stage?
Did anyone see the 13 people take the stage in the center of the plaza? I thought that was strange too. No one saw the tent go up or anyone enter it. It sounds like the tent was just there.
Ah.
So the invitees got on stage without being seen by anyone.
Pineapple, excuse me. Oh, ow, that hurt. Oh. Excuse me.
In the middle of the day, no less. Yes, very strange.
Thank you. Ugh.
I'm curious about one other thing. Fire away. Fire? No, never mind.
Were there clothes? Less pineapple? Wow, that sounded painful. A little bit. Were they the same when they were at home?
Were the clothes they were wearing on stage different than what they were wearing at home when you questioned them? Huh? Well, I don't know. Is there any way to find out? I could take a look at the photos. Just give me 1 second. What are you thinking, Layton? We might have something here. Oh, Professor, sir! All of their outfits were different. What? All 13 of them? That's... Well, I don't know what that means. We've got photos that some tourists took on the scene, and every one of those 13 were wearing different outfits at home. What could that possibly... Oh, I think I've got it. Yes, I've solved it. Don't hurt me, Inspector. What is it? The victims' clothes burned up on stage. They all ran home naked to change. Really? Grosky. Well, I don't hear any other brilliant ideas. Stop smirking, Layton. What is it?
Oh gosh. The professor just being like, Grosky. Really?
I wasn't smirking. My mouth was just thinking.
Alright. Sure, Professor, sure.
Inspector, I don't believe our 13 victims ever left their homes. Have you lost your mind, Layton? Hundreds of people saw them on that stage. Allow me to explain. All 13 people received a letter, correct? That's right. Was it just one letter? I believe there was a second letter that gave instructions to not leave home, possibly with a reward for doing so. This letter probably contained instructions to show only the first letter to the police, under threat of some horrible consequences. But they were in that plaza, on that stage! Actually, there is no evidence of that. I believe there were some expertly crafted, highly combustible mannequins on that stage. How do you figure that based on what they were wearing? Someone stole their clothes in advance. From the gym, of course! Some of them said they had been victims of theft recently, and I didn't think anything of it. Hang on. While the invitees were safely at home, the masked gentleman burned their likeness as others watched in horror. The crowd was already convinced that he could perform miracles, so it only took some rudimentary pyrotechnics. That's preposterous! Layton, I think your perfect streak ends here. Professor Layton, you're right! I found a second letter in the evidence bags. Great work, Professor! I'm always happy to cast some light on a dark miracle.
Nice work, Professor! Always good.
Absolutely brilliant, Professor Layton. We don't have much information on the statue incident, but when we get something, I'd like to speak with you. Who knows? Now that we're on to some of the masked gentleman's methods, perhaps we can solve this one ourselves. I have faith in your team, Detective. Well, at least now we know that this villain is just a big phony. He's flesh and blood like the rest of us. I knew it all along. I knew this masked fool's trick now. He can run, and he can hide, but he can't run and hide from Grosky of the Yard. I'm coming for you, masked face! Whoa! Well then. I'm really very sorry about him. No matter how many times we discuss this, it doesn't seem to do any good. It's quite excitable.
I mean, if that wasn't obvious already. Ugh. Layton filling this dark world with light, indeed.
Inspector Grosky and I will continue to investigate the scene of the statue incident once he's calmed down. Professor Layton, let's reconvene our officers once our officers have finished searching the scene. Yes, in the meantime, Emmy, Luke, and I will continue our own investigation. Meeting adjourned.
Resume the investigation. Alright.
Layton, I just heard. Stupendous. Absolutely incredible. Thank you for your help. It was nothing, Mayor. Oh, it was? Never mind then. Wait, it was definitely not nothing. The police said you debunked our dark miracles. This means we can reopen the art museum. The curator will be thrilled. Maybe you could stop there so he can thank you in person. I've heard we've received some new art donations. I'll personally see to it that they're checked for vanishing paint.
You reopened the museum, Professor?
Always happy to do something for the fine arts. Perhaps we should continue our investigation with a museum visit.
I never thought I'd be so excited about going to a museum.
All right. Time to go to the museum, chat. Joshua, welcome in. Good to see you. What? Professor, someone is lurking over there. Oh. Hello. Oh, that Inspector Grosky is such a dreamboat. The neon eyes of Montedor really highlight his pompadour. And his chest hair. It's like a furry hand greeting you from just over his collar. Hi, Hannah. Hi. Oh, I didn't see you there. I'm Hannah, president of the Groskettes. That's my fan club for Inspector Grosky. Care to join? Aha, Hannah, of course. We've met before. Thanks but no thanks. I'm not really much of a joiner. I've followed the inspector here, but he seems to be busy doing police work. He's been working around the clock. Sorry you had to come all that way from London for nothing. If you'll excuse us. It's my duty as president to watch Inspector Grosky's every move. Too bad the local police are holding him back. The local police are holding Grosky back? I mean, yes. Aha.
How long have you been following Grosky around, Hannah?
Oh, a while. I was there when the masked gentleman turned those people into horses. That was crazy. I was also there when he turned those people to stone. That was insanity. I know Grosky is moving swiftly to catch the masked gentleman, though. Well, his legs move swiftly. Well, as does his mouth. We know that much. I heard from the police that the police found some tracks from some sort of carriage. Next time I see Grosky, I'm going to tell him about the tracks. He works so hard he may not have heard about them yet. I also found this photo when I was following the inspector around the other day. I was hoping it would be a useful clue. Oh? Do you have something for us? Care to share, Hannah? Care to share? Maybe someone else could use that information, huh? You know? You know? The owner of a cafe took a photo of a visiting celebrity couple. Pleased as punch, the owner said he'd put it up somewhere in the cafe. But the resulting photo ended up looking a bit, well, miserable. Where's the best place to place it without harming the cheerful ambience of the cafe? Oh, and this is a special photo, so you can't cut it up. Let's see. Where should the photo go? Oh, wait! Couldn't you just wrap it around the column? And then the two people would be facing each other, right?
This is how it's done.
Yeah! Let's go! Okay. Not bad. See? Like I said, wrap it around. The two ends touch each other. Ha ha ha. Perfect. If only life was as simple as a puzzle. What am I doing? I don't have time to mope around. I've got things to do. Inspector Grosky isn't going to follow himself around. Right. Okay, Hannah. Okay. Cool. Let's leave now. Not all puzzles are that simple. True. But let's see. This is the museum, right? Looks like the museum reopened.
Just like the mayor said.
Let's go inside and have a look.
Have fun, Hannah. Yeah, have fun.
Ah, it's a fine museum.
Fine? I'd say it's magnificent. Are you the curator?
It's so nice to be able to share our gift of art with the people again. Thank you so much for your help. I'm Marty, the director here. Mayor Bilson told me about your work with the task force. It was my pleasure. Might I ask you a few questions about the incident here? Of course, but I've already told the police everything I know. Though I can assure you that we'll be inspecting any anonymous donations much more thoroughly from now on. I don't imagine the masked gentleman will be making any more donations here. I certainly hope not. We did find a nice puzzle among the donated paintings here.
Oh! Okay, I guess we're going to a puzzle
Some
now.
guests they announced so far that'll be there: Alejandro Saab
Thank you for
and
the
Damon
hydrate.
Mills, like I mentioned, Alexis Dipton, Brittany Kurbowski, Christopher Wegkamp,
Ooh.
Jad Saxton,
Okay.
Jason Lieprecht, Leah
Ooh.
Clark, Kyle
Okay.
Bear, and Tia Ballard.
Okay, some really good VAs there. Nice. Very good VAs there. A renowned but clumsy chef prepared this mouth-watering margarita pizza and cut it into 8 slices. However, he somehow managed to flip over all but one of them in the process. He's tried his best to flip the slices back up, but the cheese is spread so thickly that every time he flips one, the adjacent slices turn over with it. Can you find a way to flip the slices so that they all face the right way up? Alright. And then this. There! Simple enough.
Just a dash of puzzle solving.
That one was not too tricky at all.
A fine puzzle for a gentleman.
Artie, a rather on-point name for a museum
Amateurs.
directors. Amateurs. I mean, if you don't look at it from a certain point of view, it can be pretty tricky, but it wasn't that hard. Magnifico! You can flip the entire pizza in 3 moves. Yes. I know, I did.
Oh, you really are something else. Detective Bloom said you were a puzzle master. Thank you again. We couldn't have reopened the museum without your help. And Mr. Lador's help, of course. Henry. Yes, that's right. He kindly donated several replacements for the confiscated pieces. We're storing them in our warehouse with other pieces generously donated by Mr. Lador, just until we inspect them.
I guess when you're the richest guy in town, you can replenish a museum pretty easily.
I suppose you're right, Luke.
He's thinking about something.
Mr. Lador is a valued patron. If you have any other questions, Madame Lapushka is in the merchant district, may be able to help you. I'm not one for gossip, but she's lived here quite a while. She knows everything about everyone, and she loves to talk.
Yes, thank you, Artie.
Look at Luke's 3D model. I want to squish his cheeks. You know, he's so cute, right?
Let's pay her a visit, shall we?
Alright. Go to Madame Lapushka's. Believe that's the lady we talked to at the boutique the other day. Yep. Here she is. You know, darling, it's never too early to start thinking about your next costume party. Or your next outfit.
Sorry, Madame Lapushka, but we're here on business. We heard that you've been in Monte d'Or for quite some time.
Thank you for the stretch. Sounds like you're starting to wise up. Yes, well, any type of investigation in this town is bound to be rough. Hey, Panhead! Life's going good. We're solving a puzzle. We're solving mysteries right now. Continuing through the story of Miracle Mask. See, getting solid information in Monte d'Or is difficult because most of the people here are on their vacations. Tourists are always coming and going, so those who truly know the town are few and far between.
That is a good point, and the reason why we're here.
Yes, that's why I said it.
I have a question about the local police.
Now, darling, information doesn't grow on trees. You need to solve this puzzle first.
The flow of individuals will link together seemingly independent events.
Thank you for the Dan Hung line. Of course, puzzle for information. Sounds fair enough. Puzzle for information. I mean, it's It's Professor Layton. It should be expected at this point. 6 ladies have just finished playing a tennis tournament in a round-robin style. Each one played all the others once. The results are still in the process of being drawn up on the board shown here, but you know that only 2 of the matches ran out of time and ended in draws. Much to her surprise, Ian managed to win a match despite being a tennis rookie. Can you figure out who she defeated? Oh! It'd be F! F is the only one that doesn't have any tallies up right now.
Don't keep me in suspense.
Yeah, that's what I thought!
There's no puzzle without a solution.
Speaking of solving things, what starts with a T, ends with a T, and has a T in it? What is it? The completed scoreboard tells the whole story. Poor F lost all of her matches. Don't let it get you down, F. Onward and upward. Indeed. Teapot. Oh. Got it. Got it. Huh? What do you mean I want to check throne real quick? Why? Marsh? Marsh, what did you do? Marsh, what did you do? I mean, there should be a notification that pops up. What in the... Oh gosh. Demon mode. It did? Did I not hear it? I didn't hear it. Oh no. What? Hold on. What did... Huh? Marsh? Goodness. Holy moly. Thank you. I don't have the double monitor yet, but holy moly. Thank you so much. Once I get that double monitor, that'll be a much easier way for me to set up the monitors. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just realized as well, I don't have the... Holy moly, I don't have the goal thing up here. Probably should fix that. There we go. Marsh decided to get a dual monitor stand on my throne page. So once I have my second monitor, instead of having the 2 monitors being side by side, he'll be able to stack. Like, have one above. So that'll be insane. Of course, I don't have the second monitor yet, but once I do, that'll be really helpful. So thank you, Marsh. I really appreciate that. If you didn't already have VIP, I would give it to you again, but goodness, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Holy moly. Thank you.
Now, is there anything you can tell me about the local police force?
Of course. The people at Monte d'Or always have mistrusted the local police. Not because they're corrupt, but because they're inept. They just haven't been able to keep up with the growth of the town.
I see. Do you know anyone with a grudge against the Lador or Dalston families?
You mean besides that many people have gone broke in many casinos? Thank you for the hydrate. Oh gosh, I went demon mode again. Just supporting one of my favorite content creators, lol, no biggie. And I appreciate it so much. Thank you. I got Lyra with that teapot joke yesterday. Oh, I see. I see. No one comes to mind. But I was thinking, these dark miracles, they do require quite a bit of flash money, don't you think?
My thoughts exactly. Does that make you think of anyone in particular?
No, but some of the circus performers came in recently and rented a large number of costumes at a pretty penny. I thought that was rather interesting, darling. Don't ask me why. Don't circus performers usually have their own costumes?
Professor, do you think they're actually helping the masked gentleman?
It's possible. Let's see what we can find out at the circus tent.
Alright. Head to the One Ring Circus, which we will do after a quick break. Alrighty, I will take my break real quick and I will return shortly. Don't go anywhere, everybody. I will return in just a moment. BRB! return. Hello, everybody. Yes. We are back. It is time to head to the One Ring Circus. Also, the One Ring Circus? That just makes me think, one ring? One ring to rule them all? Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. Alright. Let's continue on to the circus. Those art attackers probably used those bought costumes to throw the cops off their trail. Perhaps.
I've never been to a circus before.
We're not here to clown around, Luke. So be sure to stay focused and... Oh, look! They have a wild animal show! Come on, let's go before it fills up.
Well then, so much for that. Come, Luke, let's enjoy ourselves.
We're not here to clown around, Luke. Give me a break.
There's the savage Luke we know and love. Oh my gosh. So much for solving mysteries. And of course, a puzzle. Ladies and... We'll get him next time? Oh gosh. Audio was glitching insanely there for a second. Don't know why that happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome to the One Ring Circus. I am Tyrone, your ringmaster. Hello again. The rabbit you gave us earlier is doing quite well. Oh yes, the rabbit! Our family of performers is doing just fine without that furry louse. Business is grazing its fingers along the firmament of the sky. Ever since Mr. Dalston hired us a month ago, we've been sold out. Even as we speak, our star is performing in our big tent before a packed crowd. I really can't thank Mr. Dalston enough for his investment, for his trust in us. He even offered us this prime location.
Also, hey, welcome in. Mission failed so hard the audio transmission died. It seems so.
Tyrone, I was told that this circus rented a number of costumes from a local boutique. Looking around, I see no shortage of costumes. Can you explain this to me? Underneath the face paint and the colored wigs, my performers are real people with real needs, my good man. They wanted to enjoy the parade and other festivities with the rest of the city, but as people, not as circus performers. So, I procured them some wardrobe options. Is renting clothes a crime? For it to be so, then shackle my wrists, good man. No need for that. That was very kind of you to do that for your employees.
Is that Pac-Man with a mustache? No, it's not.
I have the heart of a lion, but the brain of a salmon who swims downstream. Perhaps you can help me with this puzzle here?
Alright. Number 49, huh? Curiouser and curiouser. Do we believe him when he says he did that, huh? Miss A is complaining about the seat she had for... Thank you for the hydrate. Miss A is complaining about the seat she had for last night's play. Can you work out where she was sitting? The 5 of us sat in a row, with me in the middle. Talk about a fifth wheel. On top, of course I got stuck behind some oaf in a top hat. I could hardly see the stage. There were 4 seats between me and the aisle to the right. I needed the loo, but I didn't dare make a fuss. Since my view was blocked, I took to looking at my ticket and noticed the seat number and row number were 2 apart. Hmm. 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 5 of us sat in a row with me in the middle. Got stuck behind some O for the top hat. There were 4 seats between me and the aisle to the right. Since my view was blocked, I took to looking at my ticket and noticed the seat number and the row number were 2 apart. And then... Oh, okay. I think it's row 6, seat 4.
Don't keep me in suspense.
Heck yeah! Ha ha ha.
There's no puzzle.
That better not
without
be
a
Layton she
solution.
just insulted. The nerve. Yeah, that would be awful. Anyone would complain about that seat, to be fair, though.
Quite impressive, my good man. You would make quite a clown, or an animal trainer. Speaking of, please come and meet our resident white tiger, the fearsome and the ferocious Maurice. He's one of Mr. Dalston's favorites. His cage is right over there, and he longs for the company of good human friends. A white tiger. Perhaps you could speak with him, Luke.
I've never talked to a tiger, but I'd sure like to give it a try. Ah!
Dropping the metal pipe, okay. Alright then, I see how it is.
Thank you, Tyrone. We will talk with Maurice in a moment. Talk? With the tiger? Why, very well. I shall not shatter the glass through which you perceive the world, but that's kinda crazy.
Demon pipes indeed.
Careful now. His namesake was earned. He is not the fearsome and ferocious Maurice for nothing.
I'm thirsty.
Thank you for the hydrate. Hello, tiger.
Certainly vocal. And sleepy looking. Not quite what I had envisioned. According to Tyrone, he's fearsome.
Hi, Lyra! Thank you for the hydrate and run! Move a shout out for Lyra real quick. Well, thank you for the hydrate and run. Good to see you. Good to see you, and I hope you're feeling better. And ferocious. Let's see if I can talk to him.
I still think it's odd that you can talk to animals, Luke. But since it's helping our investigation, I'll keep my mouth shut.
Thanks, I guess. I hope he's not mean.
Don't worry, tigers are just big house cats. With sharp teeth as big as house cats.
Well, here goes.
Wow. Wow. Huh?
Oh, I see.
What is it, Luke? What did he say?
He's having trouble solving a puzzle.
A tiger! Having trouble solving a puzzle! Interesting. Lucky the black cat and her 8 white kittens are sitting on a 5x5 board. Both Lucky and the kittens can jump over any kitten that is on a horizontally, vertically, or diagonally adjacent square. Jumping over a kitten removes that kitten from the grid. Lucky is safe though, as the little kittens can't jump over her. Can you jump and bounce the cats around so that only Lucky is left sitting alone in the middle? Let me try that again. Even in this world, that animals have trouble with puzzles. Yes, they do. Alright, bye Panhead. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay sharp! Nope. Here. Here. No, because Lucky has to be in the middle. Gosh, dang it. Nope. I'm thinking really hard about this, chat. Here. 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 Oh, wait. Here. And then take this one here. This one here. This one here. No, wait. Hold on. I did not do that right. Here. 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 Got it.
How's this for an answer?
Sweet!
I did it, Professor!
Yay! We did it! Plus it's Luke. I mean, who's not happy to see Luke? One of the Mario RPG games has a puzzle like this. Instead of cats, we're kicking around cannonballs. Nice. Meowsterful! Oh my gosh. Right.
Wow, really?
What is it? Don't just say wow. It's rude.
Maurice is good friends with Mr. Dalston, and he's not fearsome or ferocious at all. He's actually quite polite. He says Mr. Dalston brings him treats and scratches him behind the ears. Mr. Dalston was here just last night. He played with Maurice after their show.
Wow! Who would have guessed? Dalston has always loved animals. So if the circus had a show last night, the circus members couldn't have been helping the masked gentleman. I don't think Dalston would risk losing customers by creating a masked gentleman appearance on the night of a circus show. So if Dalston was here with Maurice, then he couldn't be the masked gentleman. That's what the evidence suggests.
So we're back to square one.
Leave the circus tent. Well, that was a dead end. Oh my, it's already dark out. I completely lost track of time.
Professor, according to his warning, the masked gentleman's next appearance will be happening soon.
Let's get to the Gallery Plaza. Alright, back to the Gallery Plaza, where the masked gentleman will be making another appearance. That's a what? That's a Nyather puzzle oh my gosh. Yep, and Dalston has an alibi, so he can't be the one that did it.
What's that, masked gentleman? You want me to read you your rights? How about a couple of lefts? Wow!
Hard at work, Grosky.
Just practicing my police talk. If you're looking for Bloom, he's off bargaining with Sheffield somewhere. Is there a problem? These country bumpkins don't know the first thing about police work. We should be evacuating everyone from the plaza. No matter. I'm gonna arrest the villain as soon as he appears. Very good, Grosky.
But Angela's here. Why is Angela here?
Angela, what are you doing here?
I was worried, Herschel.
But it's dangerous here. The masked gentleman could appear at any minute.
If something is going on, I want to see it. We received a warning letter. It instructed Henry and me to come here. There seem to be more tourists here than usual. How do they know about this? Aren't they frightened?
Curiosity can be stronger than fear.
Do you think he'll show up, Professor?
Professor, look up there!
Huh?
There he is!
5,
Whoa!
6, 7, 8. No one can escape their fate.
He's walking on air!
How is that possible?
I don't believe it. It can't be.
What is he doing up there?
Is this really some type of magic?
Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, your eyes do not deceive you. Leave the deception to your local leaders. Time to wake up, Montedor, and get enlightened.
Whoa! Oh my gosh!
They disappeared.
They floated away! Oh wait, I know there's more of them floating away. That is bizarre. That's bizarre. And Layton is not happy.
I hope you've enjoyed tonight's dark miracle. I strive to please.
Right. You strive to cause chaos, that's what you do.
Montedor is not long for this world.
Huh?
Those who prosper by the mask must also wither by it.
Excuse me?
I do hope you'll be at my next show tomorrow. Stop by Pumpkin Park if you have time.
Pumpkin Park? That's the amusement park here, right?
I believe so. And with that, we have advance warning of the masked gentleman's next move.
Goodness gracious.
Ah, and look, it's the beautiful wife of the richest man in town. Say hello to Mrs. Angela Lador.
Uh-oh, someone's got a grudge.
Mrs. Lador, please grace us with your presence tomorrow. I suppose you can bring Mr. Lador, if you must.
How does he know me?
Oh, and don't forget to tell the tourists that the town is cursed. Sorry I didn't mention that earlier.
Huh?
Those who stay jeopardize their lives, but those who leave risk missing the greatest show ever. My curse can be lifted if someone brings forth something to oppose my power. Perhaps another mask? But the Mask of Order is another tale of woe, isn't it?
What? The Mask of Order?
Until we meet again!
The Mask of Order?
What is this Mask of Order?
Well, Mask of Chaos, Mask of Order. They kind of coincide with each other, you'd think.
Is it some sort of compliment to the Mask of Chaos? Could that mean...
So if we can get that mask, then we can stop the masked gentleman?
Well, that's not going to be an easy task. The existence of the mask has never been verified.
Mm-hmm.
Is this true, Herschel? Can this other mask stop this madness?
Perhaps.
I wonder...
Well, what do you think, Layton?
Alright, let's see. The Mask of Order. Donald Rutledge's Ancient Histories tells of the Mask of Order, a counterpart to the Mask of Chaos. If this can negate the powers of the Mask of Chaos, it could be the key to stopping the Masked Gentleman. But how to find it? After apparently walking on thin air, the Masked Gentleman lifted onlookers into the air before making them vanish altogether. What tricks did he resort to in order to pull off this one? A good question. A very good question.
What is going on here? Alphonse Dalston.
Huh?
You are suspected of crimes against the city of Monte d'Or. We'd like you to come with us. You can't do this, Sheffield. I have my rights.
Henry!
Henry?
Henry, I knew it was you. You set me up with this.
There he
stupid
is.
to get me out here because you're not man enough to face me yourself, coward.
There
as
he
long
is.
as I live, this city will not be harmed. The rest is irrelevant.
And there he is! The first appearance of Henry Lador. I'm arresting the Masked Gentleman now! Chief! He's getting away! Should we pursue? Let Grosky chase after that masked lunatic. We have the mastermind here. Yes, sir. Now then, the jig is up, Dalston. We know you're behind all this. We just don't know how exactly. You can't be serious, Sheffield. Layton, back me up here. Chief Sheffield, if I may, the evidence we have at this point suggests that... Layton, your personal connection here means you're too close to this. No offense, but I believe your judgment is clouded. Excuse me? What the heck? The truth is, Dalston is in love with Mrs. Lador. Has been for years. That's why he's trying to bring Henry down. Chief, with all due respect, I must say that theory is preposterous. Keep your respect, Layton. I'm making an arrest. How should we play this, Dalston? I'll go with you. I have nothing to hide. We'll see about that. I want to say something to Henry. At least grant me that. Fine, but make it quick. Henry, I knew you were no good sneak, but this is low, even for you. Setting me up like this. Will a man who has everything stop at nothing? I'm sure I don't know what you mean. 18 years ago, you sent Randall into those ruins. Yeah, I know about that. I know what you do to people who get in your way. Accidents can be so convenient, eh? You're the lowest of the low, Henry. Dang, that's accusing him highly there. After Randall was out of the picture, you took all of the treasure for yourself. Funny how that worked out. Your nonsense doesn't dignify a response. As if that wasn't enough, you forced Angela to marry you. You really think she loves you, after everything you've done? Angela may be your wife, but I know not a day goes by she doesn't blame you for Randall's death. You stole the treasure. You stole Angela. You stole Randall's life. You couldn't be more wrong. Really,
Then ask her. Ask Angela who's behind the masked gentleman. Your own wife is sabotaging your little town right in front of your nose. That's enough, Dalston. Let's go. This isn't over, Lador. You'll pay for this.
Henry.
Don't, Angela. It's fine. Let's go home.
All right. Come on. A lot happened at once there. A lot happened at once.
Professor Layton, you look troubled. Is there something on your mind? Alphonse Dalston is innocent, Detective.
We have a witness who can prove it.
Bring this witness here, please.
Well, I don't think we can.
Yes, that might prove difficult. But even without the witness, the evidence suggests that Dalston is innocent. If Dalston is innocent, then the real perpetrator is still out there somewhere. Now that we have Dalston in custody, if another dark miracle happens, we'll know we have the wrong man. I'm sorry, but this is the only way. Please join us tomorrow morning for Dalston's interrogation. Good night. Well then, I suppose that is that. Let's retire to our hotel for the night.
Okay. Professor, will you continue your story about Randall and the mask? We might be able to learn something useful.
Very well. Where were we? Ah, yes. Mask of Chaos. Randall had discovered an ancient code that led to a very large puzzle. Little did we know that solving it would set off a chain of events that would change all of our lives forever.
Oh, here we go. And we're going back to the past real quick. Oh boy, oh boy. Chapter 4. Angela's Tears. Phew, man, this is a hard one. This is a hard one.
What are we supposed to make of this?
What is this, Randall?
Oh, it's nothing. It's only the greatest secret of the Norwell Wall.
It'd be a miracle if we managed to prove Dalston's innocence. But ha 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 ha. Funny. Cue the flashback technology. Indeed.
The Norwell Wall. What about it? I'll tell you what about it. I, Randall Ascot, have cracked the code of the Norwell Wall.
But people have been working on that for years, Randall. Are you certain about this?
Well...
Thank you for the hydrate. Good stuff.
Alright.
Well, this certainly isn't the reaction I was hoping for. Come on, this is big! The Norwell Wall was a major find when it was first discovered.
Oh my gosh, thank you for the stretch. It fixed itself after a moment, but it took a minute. Thank you for the stretch.
Stansbury is on the verge of fading into obscurity. But with this, we'll be the talk of England again. Now wait a second, Randall. If you really discovered this secret, then why didn't you tell us about it earlier? I had to be certain. It wasn't easy being so patient. I couldn't wait to see the looks on your faces. These unimpressed looks. Well, that will change. Look, as we all know, the ancient Norwell Wall lies on the outskirts of town. It was discovered when developers were clearing out the forest there 30 years ago. All sorts of experts flooded Stansbury, hoping to be the first to decipher the ancient script carved into the wall. And they all failed. For years, no one could figure it out. Eventually, everyone assumed there was no solution. It went from big news to a mere novelty over the years, but that's about to change. Because of all this.
How did you solve it, Randall?
I could tell you, but I'd much rather show you. Let's go to Norwell. What now? You want to go to the Norwell Wall now? We can't do that. Why not? No risk, no glory. Look, let's just slip out of here now, and we'll argue about it on the way there.
Oh boy! Well, guess we're sneaking out now.
Phew, we made it, and Father is none the wiser.
Shouldn't we bring a flashlight? Norwell is in the forest.
Oh, we'll be fine. Stars are out, and we're not going that deep into the forest. This is crazy, Randall. That's the spirit, Herschel. To Norwell.
Herschel's like, Randall, wait a minute here.
Where are you three slinking off to? Well, Tolston, we are writing our names in indelible ink upon the future of archaeology. Why don't you join us? What makes you think I'd ever do that? You'll all enjoy your little adventure. Have it your very dull way. I was just about to share a great discovery with you. I'll stay here in reality, Bright Scott. You enjoy your make-believe world. Gladly. Once I've mastered the past, the future will be all the more enjoyable.
Come on, Randall. We're in a hurry, remember? Goodbye, Alphonse. Yeah, let's just go. Randall making some trouble on the side for the gang. Oh, naturally. That's just the way Randall is.
There's the forest, and within it lies the Norwell Wall. Yes, we know, Randall. We live here too, remember?
Could we speed this up a bit, Randall? I do need to get home soon.
You two have no thirst for the dramatic. What's wrong with a little showmanship? Some enthusiasm wouldn't hurt, you know.
Well, some people need to get home sooner than others, Randall.
The gate is locked.
It's probably meant to keep out irresponsible teenagers with too much time and curiosity.
Wait a second. Take a look at this lock. It's a puzzle.
Of course it's a puzzle! Padlocked fence. The gate is secured with a sturdy padlock and an unusual code. To open the lock, Layton and Randall need to rearrange the 9 panels so that every vertical, horizontal, and diagonal set of 3 numbers adds up to the same sum. It might look impossible. There are more numbers on the back of the panels. Move and flip the panels to enter the code, and help our heroes unlock the padlock. Showmanship isn't worth it if you get in trouble. That is very true. That is very true. 嗯。Oh, so they all have different numbers, okay? That? Let's see. 5, 7, 5, 6. Let's see. 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Oh, got it. Okay, so
here's my answer.
Brilliant.
There is no puzzle without a solution.
Brilliant. Maths, it returns again. Indeed it does.
Yes, we're in.
Nice work.
I'm impressed, Randall. You have a natural talent for cracking locks. You make it sound as if I'm some sort of common thief.
If the padlock fits. Oof, Angela. Oof.
The Norwell wall is just up this path. We should have brought flashlights.
I agree. Which is why I mentioned it before we left.
Come on, it's fine. Just follow the path. See, there's even a sign over there. That sign has seen better days.
Agreed. Can't leave that broken sign as it is. Come down, let's fix it. Okay, we'll fix the sign. Let's fix the sign, I guess. That puzzle is putting new meaning on the term padlock. Uh-huh. Smell that? Angela with a roast, indeed.
This sign needs some work.
Even if any tourists got this far, they wouldn't know where to go from here.
Let's fix the sign for the next group that comes by. What do you say?
Herschel being so considerate as always. All the tiles on this signpost fell off, and Herschel and his friends need to put the sign back to the way it was. Help them by moving and rotating the tiles to fix the sign. How does it go? The question is, where does it go? Maybe it's like... Oh! Those pieces line up. This goes here. Oh, wait! Is it supposed to be... Wait. Is it supposed to be like some kind of hand? Like, maybe... Hold on. Something like... Something like that, perhaps? Aha!
I think this may be it.
Nice!
Looks as if I got it.
Indeed you did. It's still so weird hearing Herschel unsure of himself. It's so strange.
There we go. Why was that in pieces like that? The wood is still rather sturdy. Well, I might have knocked it over in my excitement the last time I was here.
You are the clumsiest archaeologist I've ever seen, Randall. Oh, goodness. No worries, Dark.
Wait, what's that? Randall, where are you going?
Randall, be careful! What are you doing?
Look at this! Footprints everywhere. How many sets are there? Look as though whoever left these prints made their way over to the bridge.
It was probably a group of confused tourists.
Or dancing ones. I wonder how many of them there were.
Dancing ones? Dancing tourists! Huh. Not entirely sure about that one. Here's a bridge at the side of a river. The ground's all muddy, so you can see the footprints left by all the people who've been here recently. None of them seem to have had the same footwear. Can you tell how many people crossed the bridge? Crossed the bridge? Then would we need to look at the... Oh, I see. It's trying to play a trick. How many crossed the bridge? If you see, there are only 2 sets of footprints on the bridge. So, only 2 people crossed the bridge.
I think this may be it.
One without a
Looks
pair of
as if I got
shoes,
it.
indeed. Clever, very clever game.
Very well done, Herschel. You have quite a knack for this. Oh, it was nothing. You could have done it.
Randall always has puzzles on the brain.
Of course I do. The world is full of puzzles. And we are but a few steps from one of the greatest puzzles of them all. Let's go.
Alright, here we go.
Oh,
There it is.
The Wall of Norwell.
What does it all mean, Randall?
I don't have it all quite worked out yet, but I have decoded some of the glyphs, and I'm certain that this entire wall is one big map. Have a look, Herschel. Tell me you see it.
A map to where?
That's the question, isn't it? But the greater question is, Herschel, do you like puzzles?
That face. That face. It was like, maybe you can figure this out. All right, let's figure this puzzle out, shall we?
Randall, if you're right about this, then you've truly made a major step in the field of archaeology. That's what I've been saying. The pattern isn't clear, but it's there, all right. Take a look at this. What is it? It's a transcription of these symbols. Look closely, Herschel. Does this remind you of anything you've seen? Maybe recently? The fossil we reconstructed for Mr. Collins. It's the same thing, isn't it? Yes, it's the same basic principle. Cut your images into squares, mix them up, and voila! The so-called experts overlooked such a simple solution. Incredible. Just incredible, Randall. You haven't seen anything yet, Herschel. Wait until you solve the puzzle. Is it? I could tell you, but I'd rather show you.
Show me a demonic metal pipe, is that what it is? Vanica, welcome in, good to see you. Do you like puzzles? I didn't love them in the past, but Layton changed that. Looks like poneglyphs in One Piece? Kind of, doesn't it? The glyphs are pretty interesting, aren't they? Demon pipe added again, indeed. Alright. Here's a copy of the characters inscribed on the wall, divided up into 16 squares. Arrange the design to complete the inscription within a 4x4 square. You can only move the pieces horizontally and vertically in sets of 4 squares. Rearrange the pieces of paper by aligning the symbols to complete the carving. Put the inscriptions in the center when you're done. Do that there. Oh wow, that was easy.
I'm not certain.
That was easy.
Did I get it?
That was easy. I think it looked like it was supposed to be more complicated than it was. That was too quick.
Excellent. I knew you could do it, Herschel. I'm so lucky to have a brilliant best friend. As you can see, this whole wall is a giant map, pointing to a very particular spot. It doesn't look detailed enough to be that useful as a map. Take another look. The shapes beneath the star chart match the terrain beyond the hills, where all the ruins are. I followed this map a few days ago. It took me over the hills to a spot, where I started digging, and lo and behold, I found the mask.
Wow. Wait, so you went off into those ruins alone? Randall, you promised you wouldn't do anything dangerous.
I know. I'm sorry, Angela. But look. What is this? I copied it out of ancient histories.
Shinichi would be proud. I mean, I don't mind that. Anyway.
See? symbol on the mask is exactly the same as the one in the book. Do you know what this means? It is proof that this mask was made by the Azran. Rutledge also wrote of another mask related to the Mask of Chaos, but... Let's not get carried away, Randall. The symbol could just be a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. This mask was inside a box. Next to it, there was a stone tablet. Using the markings on the tablet as a key, I was able to decipher the markings on the inside of the mask. Wow, Randall. I must say, you've done some very impressive work here.
Is the science of archaeology just about solving a series of puzzles?
You haven't even heard the best part. The mask isn't just some old relic. The mask itself is actually a key. A key that opens a vault that houses the secret treasure of the Azran civilization.
Randall, do you honestly believe that some incredible treasure trove has just been lying around for centuries?
After studying the mask, I'm sure of it. This mask predates any civilization that we have evidence of. And the Azran was scientifically adept, and may have possessed technology even more advanced than ours. We're on the verge of unearthing the legacy of what was perhaps the most advanced civilization in all of human history. Take a look at this. These are my notes decoding the writing on the mask. I've rechecked them many times. The Azran left this behind, for us. From these symbols, it's clear that the engraving on the side of the mask is a map to the deepest part of the ruins. And where does it go? A legendary site that has eluded explorers for millennia. The great city of Akbadain.
Akbadain? What is that?
The resting place of the treasure. Are you guys even listening to me? Akbadain waits.
Randall, of course I'm listening to you and I want to believe you, but you can't just go in there alone. It's too dangerous.
We're wasting valuable time. You don't want to come? Fine, then just go home.
You don't have to be so mean, Randall. It's just that we should think about this. You don't know what's down there. But since you won't listen to me...
Angela, will you give that back? Blast! If she breaks that mask, I'll... Come on, Herschel. Help me catch her. We need to get the mask back. Alright, but this conversation isn't over.
Find Angela. I mean, I can't blame her for being upset. This is a dangerous mission.
Angela? Come on, Angela, where are you? I don't see her anywhere. This is ridiculous. Let's keep looking.
Alright, let's see. Where can we find her? Where could she have gone? Ah, there she is.
Angela! Angela, come on now. Give me the mask. You're acting like a...
Oh! Oh.
There now. There's no need to cry. Everything will be fine. Just trust me. Huh?
You sound just like my brother. Before he left. And he never came back, Randall.
Oh, Angela. Sweetheart.
I know I said I wouldn't do anything dangerous, but I need that mask, Angela. I'm sorry about what happened to your brother, but I'm not him.
Randall, can we just drop this for now?
I agree with Herschel on this. I think we need to drop this for now.
No, Herschel, we can't.
Oh gosh,
Look,
Randall.
Angela, I know this is hard for you, but please.
Please what? Please let you go and endanger yourself while I just sit here and wait for you to never come back?
Angela.
I will come back. I promise. I have to do this, Angela. I can't just live in my father's shadow my entire life. I need this, and I need your help to do it.
Randall.
It's all right, Miss Angela. Master Randall will return. I know it.
Henry!
Oh, Henry. You startled me. I didn't know you were there.
Hi!
You needn't worry, Miss Angela. Master Randall said this would be his last expedition. Isn't that right? Yes?
Did you really say that, Randall?
Of course. This will be my last and greatest trip into the ruins. Angela, please.
All right. As long as you promise not to do anything dangerous or stupid.
Well, Randall, you should really thank Henry for saving your bacon there.
Nothing dangerous. And Herschel here will make sure I don't do anything stupid.
I need to go home. I'm exhausted. Please, be careful.
Always.
You kind of just said Herschel was going with you.
Henry, would you mind escorting Angela home? Not at all. So Herschel, we're going to unearth the most important archaeological find in history.
Ah, jeez, Randall.
Let's go back to my place and make sure we have enough supplies.
All right. I do hope you intend to keep your promise, Randall.
Herschel is like, okay, I promise to go with you to keep you in check, but you better keep your promise. This is why I respect Herschel so much right here. I respected Herschel enough already, but learning about this for the first time was absolutely fantastic because he didn't really change in that regard at all. Water, food, flashlight, compass. Are we missing anything? Not that I can think of. Master Randall, Master Herschel, I brought some tea. Great! Henry, by the way, thank you for helping me out with Angela. Of course, glad to be of assistance. You've worked so long and so hard to fulfill this dream. I thought I had to do something. Thank you, Henry. You're a true friend. Thank you. It was no trouble. Herschel, did I tell you that Henry has been helping me with my research? I couldn't have come this far without Henry. Hey, at least he's giving credit where credit is due. Well, that's impressive. Now I know who to blame for all your progress, Randall. I assume you'll be coming with us, Henry? Sadly, no. I must remain here to perform my household duties. My father is pretty demanding. Henry is his right-hand man. If he saw that Henry was gone, father would definitely get suspicious. Ah, yes. I hadn't thought about that. So it looks like we're set here. You should go home and get some sleep, Herschel. It won't be easy, but tomorrow at dawn, we set out to unearth the biggest find of the century. Of any century. No risk, no glory, eh, Randall? Ah, goodness. Had I stopped him that night, perhaps he would still be with us now. If only we had listened to Angela. Oh, Herschel. It's not your fault. All right. And that is where we shall call it for today. Oh boy. What an adventure. Holy moly. Things have just been going absolutely crazy. Hiya. Man, oh man. Finishing up chapter 3 and 4 today. Oh boy. I remember that 4 was pretty full of emotions and stuff. So I knew it was gonna be intense, but still, dang. Layton's still feeling it. He needs to forgive himself at some point. Oh yes. Absolutely. I can't help it. I feel so bad. you can't help but feel bad for him during moments like this. Layton has been through way too much in his past. Either way, I think that this is a good place to stop for today. We shall continue this more next week. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and find somebody to raid today before we head off. Too true? Mm-hmm. Too true. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and raid. Let's get back to our tradition here and raid our friend Lyra's adventure today. Lyra is doing some Genshin Impact today. Looks like she's doing some... Oh yes, I forgot! She's also sponsored by Genshin today. So definitely go check her out if you haven't already. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and give our friend Lyra's adventure a raid today. If you're headed over to the raid, which you please should, please type Shadesley Raid in the chat so that she knows that we are there to support her.
Here's the preview. We will join Herschel, Randall, and Henry to uncover the meaning of the mysterious mask. Next time, Masked Mysteries. Go beyond. Stay sharp.
I love that. Here's the preview. I like that, Zingy. I like that a lot. Good job, Ash. Good job, Ash. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and raid Lyra's adventure today. If you're headed over there, be sure to type Shadesley Raid in the chat so that she knows we are there to support her. Also, if you're headed over, be sure to follow all of her rules as you would mine. And once again, as always, have fun. Alrighty. Tomorrow, speaking of Lyra's adventure, we will be continuing through Sunhaven with Lyra tomorrow. Back to the museum grind. Hope y'all will come enjoy that. Thank you so much for coming, everybody, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye! Stay sharp, Shadeslayers!